Hey guys, welcome back to Cassandra's Curse, where all the knowing does no good when no one will listen. How are you guys doing? Okay, I just had to mute myself and I'm all ready to go. How are you guys doing? As you're meandering on in, please feel free to join the chat. There's it's about a 4-minute video I would like for you guys to check out. I put the link in the chat and it goes to the channel of one of my mods. Hi Lexi, how are you doing? It goes to the channel of one of my mods named Lida C, who was gravely disrespected by the scapegoated daughter after she tried to use this hashtag on a channel that uploaded, I think it was one of the music videos. And she utilized the hashtag, and the scapegoated daughter got on there and she said, "Shut your DICK sucking lips up." Excuse my language. I'm sorry. These were her choice words. And essentially, the content creator who uploaded I clicked the heart, I think, on the hashtag at first. Like they clicked the like button on it. And then the scapegoated daughter was like, "No, that's not true. It didn't happen." And then they got that content creator to attack me and Kizzy and say, "No, it didn't happen." And I'm thinking, well, who's this content creator? And you look, and it was an 8-year-old child. So you shouldn't be saying things like that on an 8-year-old's account. That doesn't show any respect for children. And children deserve respect. And the people in this family never learn to respect children. They just learn to exploit them or hurt them or abuse them or love them through abuse. Or they don't deserve love unless they get abused first. They have to be abused first until they get love. They have to be called the homophobic slur. They have to have Christmas ruined. They have to have the uncle who knows that this mask scares them, but they still have to film with him and be thrown in a dog cage. And I just thought that was unacceptable to treat my mod that way, aside from other channels like Channel 0 going around and lying about my mods, all in an effort to not address the abuse. Lying about me, lying about my mods, lying about my channel. There's been an overload of excess in amount of tax that happened with various Monopoly members. How many people are in Monopoly? Well, how much time do you got? Because there's more of them than us. So it says that it's not allowing them to open the video. Well, here. Type in Lida C, and the video is called Mind Your Manners. So you can find it on YouTube. It's a 3-minute and 50-second video. And her feelings were really hurt. Her feelings were hurt with this. If you guys just take the time to watch this 3-minute video, she hasn't had a first kiss yet. And she's an abuse survivor. And she doesn't need to be talked to like that from someone else who's also another abuse survivor online, who was really, really nice to me until I needed to take a stand for her child, or for her children. That woman was really, really nice. And now she's lying about my channel. She's going around attacking my mods, saying really grotesque, disgusting sexual things on an 8-year-old's account, and making my mod cry at the end of the day, feeling bad about herself because you needed to verbally attack her and verbally abuse her online, all because you don't like the hashtag. Well, if you don't like the hashtag, it's called Have a Conversation Like a Grown Adult. A conversation which will lead us only in one of two places. They're either going to say it's staged abuse or it's real abuse. What I'm telling you is it's real abuse that they're going to say is staged abuse, that they're not talking to you right now or addressing. They're just attacking people and lying because they don't want it. You're not supposed to see either. You're just supposed to click like and give them money and laugh at the abuse and be on your merry way. That's what you're supposed to do. So I guess some would be asking, well, why aren't you guys doing that? Well, why aren't we doing that? Well, because the audience deserves more than that. The audience deserves to know the truth. And the truth is, all that kind of abuse in that family that you see and you hear, it affects people negatively forever. The daughter in New York, suffering from depression, not being able to upload all the time, having to be on medication, having dealt with physical, verbal, emotional, and even sexual abuse as a child. And that's just one family member out of all of them. But like I said, I really need you guys to look up this video. It's my mod, Lida C. Her video is called Mind Your Manners. And it's a 4-minute video where she's standing up for herself, but she also says in the video that she thinks that the scapegoated daughter could do so much better. And I would agree with that as well. Oh, I guess Flacco doesn't agree that the scapegoated daughter can do better. Well, I'm sorry you don't agree with that, Flacco. I'm not even really sure how you're over here, to be honest with you. But I think the scapegoated daughter can do better, actually. I think that she was taught to say nasty things to children because the dad thought it was okay, and the dad thought it was okay to disrespect children. Because you see the scapegoated brother running around saying the same exact things. Can you help me? I'm being bothered right now.
My computer is...
How do I get rid of him? What do I do?
Click on him and add him on the chat.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to fix something. I'm trying to talk about something really important, and it doesn't involve this particular person who's coming in and being bothersome and annoying each and every time for no reason. We're trying to talk about abuse survivors that have verbally abused people online, to include my mods, on 8-year-olds' channels when they can do better. And you have no part in that conversation because you weren't here for it. And maybe you need to take the time to watch that 4-minute video of an abuse survivor who was hurt by somebody verbally abusing them online on an 8-year-old's channel. And if you don't have the time to do that, then you don't have the time to be part of this conversation. I've asked you to go away a long time ago. Astro Buns, how are you doing, honey? Nice to see you. Anyways, so you're definitely going to want to check out this 4-minute video from my mod, because it's the same behavior that we're seeing from the scapegoated brother just last year. It's a behavior that we know that you could say the nastiest, disgusting things online. We know you guys have no problem running around lying. We know that there's no problem not talking about or addressing this abuse until you make up enough fake drama within and amongst the monopoly that you just straight attack my channel. That's been going on. The scapegoated brother attacked me on his Twitter the other day, and I could read you guys what he said, but I got to find it first. Give me 1 second. It's pretty bothersome. Attacking for no reason. Attacking for no reason. I never said I had any problem with him or anyone in the family, so there's no reason to be attacking. But let me look it up and I'll find it. Can you stop shaking around? Oh, okay. Okay. He says, I'm replying to, oh, there's an account, the Take Back. That's, someone else that's also helping them out. It says, LMAO, Rosa Studios is a reject caseworker with nobody worth a plastic badge on her side. I'm seriously laughing at her. So laughing why? Laughing why? Because your audience, half the audience doesn't know what's real, what's fake. They just know they see abuse and it's not okay. And we've seen him run around last year cursing up a storm, using his platform as some, 1-900 number so he could hook up with whoever and wherever. And hey, Nocturnal Saints, how are you doing? He was treating his fan base really horribly, telling people to suck on his DICK. I mean, I have all the video proof and the screenshots on my channel. We've already talked about this over a year ago. So it's not surprising to see the same behavior from the scapegoated daughter. All I'm saying is you could do better, and my audience and my mods deserve better. They don't need you running around with your nasty potty mouth on a channel of a child acting like you're big and tough and bad, because that's not what a big, bad, tough mama would do. What they do is they protect children. So they show by leading the way, not by talking like a sailor to try to prove a point. You want to prove a point, the scapegoated daughter can stop attacking me and lying about my channel. The scapegoated son can stop attacking me on his Twitter, and maybe they could address the abuse. Because at the very end of the day, what are they going to say? Oh, that's scripted abuse. Well, then tell us why you think that this so-called scripted abuse, which you all see is real, why it's so funny and why it's okay. And should everybody start and profit off of that and start their channels that way? Should everybody do that? Is that okay? What's up? What's up? Samantha says the scapegoated brother wrote that he needs to get a job instead of going on private property and going hunting. He's a loser. Oh, and goats hunting. Yeah, somebody. Well, I don't follow him on Twitter. I think I'm blocked. So, like I said, I have no problem against anyone in the family, but they have a problem against me. Why? Is it because I'm saying something that's not true over here, or is it because I'm saying the truth? Why else attack the hashtag? Why not just have a conversation and explain people what the truth is? If there's a truth that's so blatant that protects them and makes them innocent, then they would have said it a long time ago, right? They wouldn't be running around telling my mods to shut their DIC sucking lips up on an 8-year-old's channel. What's up, Dave25? And Samantha Smith. Make sure. Oh, ghost hunting. Yeah, I know. Make sure you guys check out Lida C. That's one of my mods. She's a very smart, vivacious, intelligent woman. She always has me cracking up. Always. She's a huge animal lover. She made a 4-minute video called Mind Your Manners. I dropped the link. It's at the top of the chat. Some people say they can't click on it. I don't know. She's showing the screenshots that I took of the scapegoated daughter on an 8-year-old's channel, telling Lida C after she hashtagged "What about the abuse" to this 8-year-old, or we didn't know it was an 8-year-old at the time. We didn't know it was until she told this Lida C on this 8-year-old's channel to shut her DIC sucking lips up. You know, young ladies don't talk like that. Women don't talk like that. But what is it? Why do it? Oh, they say I sound muffled again. I thought I fixed that. Okay, guys, hang on 1 second. Hang on. Say I sound muffled again.
Try clicking on.
Okay, yeah?
Just the different,
yeah, what?
USB headset.
I need some help here. I'm live and I'm not even talking right now because I'm worried about my headset. I've been live for, what, an hour and they can't hear me. This one?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, you told.
All right, guys, can you hear me now? I'm so sorry about that. If it was up to me, it would sound perfect each and every time. So sorry. Give me the big 5 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm navigating my way through these live streams. If you're meandering your way on in, please click the like buttons for support. There's proof for everything that I'm talking about. And Lida just made a video on it using my own screenshots, but I'll probably tap into all this into another video because it's really important. We need people, abuse survivors, that have been talked to the way that the scapegoated daughter talked to my mod. We need those people to know that it's a choice to act that way. It's a choice to talk that way. It's a choice to not have a conversation about what about the abuse, but lie to that 8-year-old child and get them to believe you within 3 seconds that 8-year-old was attacking me and Kizzybug. That was pretty scary. It's pretty scary to have all this footage over here and get strikes and, you know, get attacked or have people get lied about and what really matters is letting the abuse survivors know that they deserve better. So I need to let the scapegoated daughter know you could do so much better than that. We all see them not having a conversation that leads to their fallback answer as to this is, you know, scripted, some kind of scripted abuse. That's what they're going to try to tell you. And when they tell you that, don't believe it, because we all know better. We all see what's going on over here. And there was no reason for her to attack my mod just for hashtagging what about the abuse. My mod didn't even respond to her. She was responding to this child who had uploaded this music video. I think it was Dear Dad or something like that. The scapegoated daughter found her way to go over there and bother my mod and curse and talk very disgustingly and sexually and vulgarly on a child's channel, which I don't agree with. And you're a mom of 4 boys, and you should know better. You should know better than to do that. And you upset and hurt the feelings of my mod, who is an abuse survivor, who doesn't need to be talked to like that, blamed, gaslighted. She's been gaslighted her whole damn life. And she doesn't need to hear it from a bunch of abusers from that family. And that's what, you know, really gets me. Can you turn that on? Thank you, baby. That's what really gets me, is that they think they could run around and say all these, do these behaviors and then try to bully me in my channels at the end of the day, hoping I'll go away when I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And neither are my mods. And neither is the hashtag. So get addressing it or get ignoring it, like you've been doing for the past year that we all see. Do we not all see them ignoring it? It should be a conversation. But what proof do I have over here on the Sister Goes on the Warpath video, live stream? She's over here laughing about the abuse, not talking about it, not talking about her children being abused and exploited and herself. And she doesn't have to, but why was she over here laughing about it? Why is the scapegoated son attacking me on his Twitter? I'm going to read that message for you guys again so you guys can hear it. I don't have any problem with him at all, or anybody in the family. But if they pretend to have a problem with me without ever addressing the hashtag for you guys, then I guess they keep getting away with it each and every day. They have a fan base and audience members that don't care if they address this at all. And then there's people outside of here who care about the awareness and prevention, who know the importance of it, who know that you don't talk sexually or vulgarly about anybody and abuse survivors on an 8-year-old's channel. You don't do that. You make a choice to change. Yeah, the scapegoated daughter. If you have a chance, go to Lida C, her channel. That's my mod. Mind Your Manners is her video. It's a 4-minute video where she acknowledges she's only 21-year-old young lady. She's not even a mother. And she's saying the scapegoated daughter could do better, that she hurt her, her saying those things about her hurt her feelings, and that she's an abuse survivor and she didn't need to hear that from her. And I back up Lida C 125%. I back up her perspective. I back up the 8-year-old that didn't need to be lied to and be told there's no abuse while telling someone else to shut their DICK sucking lips up, which is unacceptable by any means. This is someone with over 36,000 subs, and her brother has 4 million on one channel, 2 million on another, and they run around like some thugs online, acting like some mafioso members, when none of them know how to control their own anger. None of them have any control of their own behaviors. All of them are grown adults and immature. All of them have abused and exploited children and domestic violence for profit online. So make sure you check out Lida C with her video, Mind Your Manners, and make sure to support her, because she's an abuse survivor that was verbally abused by the scapegoated daughter for absolutely no reason to cause a deflection in order to get an 8-year-old on the scapegoated daughter's side to be able to just walk around and say there's no abuse without ever addressing it. So you guys could be best friends with that family right here, right now. Only if you close your eyes to the abuse, close your eyes to them abusing other people online and lying about channels and acting like big thugs. You too can be a part of that family and a part of that so-called that mob, this mob mentality. Yes, I agree. I agree with you, Bridget. And if you see Bridget dropping a GoFundMe, it's a GoFundMe for her. She's a victim of parent alienation right now. And if you want to support her channel, you should do that, because that's a mother that wants to get in contact with her child. That's a mother that wants to be with her child. That's a mother that cries about it, that wants her child to love her and know that the parents aren't making that child think that the mom's not lovable, that she doesn't deserve to go through that crap. So even if you just support her by clicking on her, clicking the like button for her over there or supporting her, that's somebody that wants to be with their child. It's not some thug that's running around online lying about people, attacking children, and attacking 21-year-old abuse survivors like Lida C, one of my mods. So, and I encourage mothers to be with their children. I encourage that. And children need to be with their moms. And that's why it really killed me when you know, I called DSS and the most ignorant people in the community, directed by the monopoly, of course, had certain people thinking, oh, she's trying to take the kids away, or oh, she wants those kids for herself, or just the most ignorant things I've ever heard in my life, all in an effort to not acknowledge that it was needed. And it's there to help strengthen the family. DSS doesn't go in there, and CPS does not go in there hoping to rip up families. They don't have enough foster families to even take out all the kids for frivolous reasons. They're in there trying to keep the families together, because some people don't know that abuse is bad for kids. Some people don't know that child abuse and domestic violence and exploitation is bad for kids. Some people don't know that, like Daddy 05. He didn't know until another grown man told him. He didn't know. And even after he was told, he didn't care and blamed somebody else. Did he not? It kind of sounds like what's going on with me right now. Oh, Tara says she did a good job on her video. She sure did. And she has another one over there called #whatabouttheabuse. So make sure you check that one out as well, because that's also a very good video. But let me read to you what the scapegoated brother said to me about on his Twitter. He didn't say it to me because I think he may have me blocked. I don't know. But thank goodness one of my mods saw it and they thought it was wrong and they wanted to show it to me. And yes, I think it's wrong. I don't agree with what he said about me. What does he say here? Hang on. Uh-oh. Let me find it. Hang on. Okay. LMAO, Roasted Studios, is a reject caseworker with nobody worth a plastic badge on her side. I'm seriously laughing at her. Well, why laughing at what? I'm still wondering, what about the abuse? Opening and willing to have a conversation. Don't hate any of you guys, but I think people are starting to see that there's no reason for them to be laughing. You don't laugh at child abuse for profit. You don't laugh at domestic violence, so you don't laugh at abusing children, is what he did last year. He abused children and gave them drugs and threatened their lives and acted like a complete recluse online. So much to the fact, threatening people's lives, knowing I knew in advance to try to call and protect not only the children, but the old man too. The old man that abused the kids with neglect because he's an abuser himself. So I would encourage the people in the monopoly and the family to stop laughing and have a conversation, because it'll lead to, you don't show abuse for profit and you don't normalize it by saying it's entertainment when it's not. It's the same thing that Warrior did, D-Crack. He's laughing at abuse that was even shown in courts after the fact and was deemed to be abuse, and the parents are deemed to be abusers in the court of law. He has video footage of him shouting out that content creator, Daddy 05, saying it's all funny, going, child abuse. And he's doing the same things with this with the Pickle Boys content, is he not? He's saying it's funny when it's abuse. It's the same as Daddy 05. It's just child abuse, neglect, exploitation, and he's laughing. He's even contributing by bullying the mom, calling her a bitch. And the mom is one of those people that's easily to be bullied. She's been bullied her whole life, and she stayed silent about it. I have other footage of other family members in this family that have bullied the mom because she's a target. She's a direct target for it. Hi, Chastity. How are you doing, honey? Chastity, you said you were going to DM me, and I didn't get your DM yet. But just so you know, my DMs are open for you, and if you need me, I'm here, and I'm thinking about you, and I remembered that. So just know that, okay? Bridget says, Lida C does awesome on her YouTube videos. Please share and support all of us against child abuse. Yeah. You know, Bridget, she really does work hard, and she's such a sweet young lady. She's only 21, so she shouldn't be, cursed at and told these sexual things on a child's account via the scapegoated daughter, because they can't control their what? Anger. Scapegoated daughter and brother can't control their anger. That's a really dangerous thing to have around children. If you don't believe me, watch the episode, Writing Him Out of Our Lives, where Pickle Boy acknowledges that these children were abused prior when I tried to call. Maybe March, huh? Maybe May? So, and here Bridget says, please support all of us against child abuse. And Bridget, if you go over, I won't even say the channel name because I don't want to shout them out, but there's another channel, Channel 0, and he's going around lying about you guys, my mods, saying that you guys have made threats and this and that. And we all know it's not true, but why is he saying it? He's saying it because he's not addressing what about the abuse. He just made himself an excuse to not address the abuse. Isn't that sad? That's what's been going on. Trump is asking his Lida here. She's not here. I wish she popped up, but I go on such weird hours for certain people. Maybe normal for me, so she's not here right now. Trump says, I'm sorry she spoke to you like that, Lida. She needs to take care of her children instead of talking like that on the internet. Oh, yeah. Well, instead of worrying about herself and her kids, what's she doing? She's worrying about being a thug, lying about this channel, getting you guys not to care about what about the abuse, all while getting children just to blindly back her up just by lying. Like, I can make a whole channel over here showing the truth, and she could just go around and say, no, 8-year-old child, there's no abuse. And the child literally said, yeah, scapegoat. Like, the child automatically feels like they're on a team with a celebrity that's backing them up. And the child doesn't realize they're backing up and supporting child abuse, which was really sad. And also supporting this mother, the scapegoated daughter, speaking poorly about my mods, my mod. And then you got Channel 0 running around lying about my mods. The monopoly is in full force attacking, just so you guys know. Just so you guys know. Lexi says, I thought he turned a corner. He was saying how upset he was over other night, saying things about him. Can't quite remember now. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, he's going to be over there saying, I'm getting attacked and this and that. Nobody said anything. I'm acknowledging all their own footage that they put out there to include abuse. That's what he's mad about. They're mad that they're being exposed for abuse. But instead of addressing it, he's pulling the sympathy card. Same with the angry neighbor. Every 2 seconds, someone over on her channel is dying, to include animals. And I mean, they'll say anything to not address the abuse. Was he turning a corner? Yes, she's doing good on the channel, I thought. But is he, by saying that people are attacking him when he's actually attacking me on his Twitter for no reason, while never addressing the abuse that he caused? Abuse that he endured and caused himself to children? He's pulling one over on his audience, just so you guys know. Love you too, Chastity. Let me see. I gotta go back here. Bridget says she gave him an earful in the comment section. Well, you go, girl. You def go on at weird hours, but I'm here at weird hours too. I saw you follow me on Twitter. Roasted, love you so much. I got you. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, it seems like anytime that there's always at least a couple people that are around or watching, which is good. Thank you for using the hashtag, Bridget. Oh, I know it. I know it. It's, yeah, any time of day, there's always somebody around to combat you as well, which is very interesting. Trump asked how long am I going to be on for? Been on for 30 minutes. I am not sure. Just kind of winging it for right now. I did say on Twitter, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's YoYoWang13. You want to follow me on Twitter. Sometimes I'll let you guys know in advance when I'm going to be going on. Sometimes I'll let you guys vote as to what you want to see, a video, a speaker, a live stream. I did acknowledge that I was going to be streaming this weekend, so, here I am. Okay. You haven't even slept yet. It's 6:45 where you're at. Oh, goodness. Well, it's your weekend, though, right? So maybe you'll sleep in and have some good sleep. Chastity says, I saw you posted about why the family blocked you. She says that's because they think you're trying to interfere with their income. Fuck them. Well, here's the whole thing. I put my opinions out there, and some people may not agree with everything, but they see the abuse. So they're over here and they support the hashtag. Or maybe they support, more videos than I know, or live streams than I know. I don't know. That's individual people making up their own mind about content, right? It's content they don't want you to hear or see. That's why they've ripped the channel down. That's why they just struck my video. They've ripped the channel down 4 or 5 months ago as well. So essentially, they just want to manipulate the whole audience to think what they want you to think. And that's abuse is funny, and it's worthy of millions of dollars, and it's worthy of you not caring about and don't care about the kids that got abused last year, and don't care about the dysfunctional roles, and don't care that everyone's exploited. Don't care. Just don't care. So yes, they're mad, maybe, or fearful, maybe fearful at what the decisions the audience will make with any given information that they're allowed to have, being grown adults and even children being able to make up their own minds about what they like or don't like. Pickle Boy's so worried about that as this narcissistic abuser that he actually has to manipulate the whole narrative by getting an entire monopoly to lie about the channel, to attack for no reason, to never have a conversation about what about the abuse. So it's just big one mind manipulation. It's just one big abuse to the audience. Mind you, if you guys checked out my real or fake video, please check out my real or fake video. They already did one big mind manipulation and abuse to the audience by both of them, Pickle Boy and the old man, not just the old man. Pickle Boy also. At 2012, around this time when they signed the partnership for what was YouTube asking for? Family-friendly content. Did they have that beforehand? I don't think so. But to make more money and broaden their horizons and expand the business, they had to be family-friendly content. So what do you see? Well, you see a content creator, Pickle Boy, is no problem talking about having sex with his own mother, talking about her private areas, talking about just watching her have sex while filming, while laughing, saying her first name constantly, which is extremely disrespectful, only bringing her back on the show to save the show. Just like the dad, using the dad's ashes and his dead body to pull a message and be able to, and what's the message? Click on this, buy this, give me more views and more money. Not even fully respecting the dad. So, kind of going off on a tangent right here. So, yeah, they're blocking me. They all blocked me on Twitter. And it's because they're afraid of what the audience will think. Mind you, the audience is allowed to think whatever the hell they want. It's a free country. So if, you're not allowed to manipulate but there's so many games going on online that all I could do is I don't watch anyone in the Monopoly and I don't interact with them. And I don't really, I don't watch them, so I don't talk about what they talk about. Well, then you're thinking, well, why are they attacking? Well, why do you guys think? They're backing up this money and this brand for friendships, but mainly for money and for status and for power on YouTube. Before I had 1,000 subs on my other channel, do you guys think any of them ever said anything about the channel? No. No. Not at all. Now that it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, what did I say a long time ago? By the time they address it, they're just going to attack it. Because if you're blindly attacking, even though you have nothing to attack about or over, when there's a conversation to be had, then you never get to the conversation while manipulating all the audience. When the audience needs to go at this point, wow, they're still not saying anything. They look so guilty. They clearly think abuse for profit's okay. It's not okay. They're running around lying to 8-year-olds while telling, Roasted Studios mods to go suck a DICK. This is unacceptable. I'm not going to support this abuse and this mob mentality and this manipulation 1 second longer. It's called corruption. Thank you for using the hashtag. I appreciate it. Jesse says, yeah, I have only called my mother by her first name like 2 times, and I was pissed when I did it, and it was wrong. Ah, Chastity. Everybody please listen to this. Listen to what Chastity just said. She says, yeah, I've only called my mother by her first name like 2 times, and I was pissed. She did it purposefully because she knew it would piss the mom off. Why do you think Pickle Boy does it? Why do you think he did it so often? Chastity was pissed twice and did it twice. Pickle Boy did it all the time. He never had any respect for his mom. He was always born and lived in abuse and neglect, even as an adult. Even as an adult. Still trying to get the same love from that abuser, while appeasing them and enabling them to be abusive because they wouldn't film either way. They wouldn't film. Then we would have no money. So just got to keep enabling the abuse, even if it means bullying the mother to burn a cross into her arm and cut a cross into her chest. 2 different types of self-mutilation over how many periods of years of abuse did this happen? But anyways, you guys need to hear that because that's a purposeful choice that's made, calling the parent by a first name. It's done with intent. It's done to disrespect, with disrespect because you're mad. He alienated that parent a long time ago. He chose the dad a long time ago. Yeah, I think so. I think they're afraid because there's a conversation over here to be had. And there's no attack. These are opinions, and we're allowed to have a conversation. And they're actually the ones attacking. They're actually the ones lying and being manipulative and being, being corrupt and a little bit stalkerish as well. That's them. Nocturnal Saint Studio, there's a troll account of him going around. It's just a troll account, honey. Hey, Connie, how are you doing, hun? Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, if you guys see that troll account, check it. Make sure that, well, this is for my mods. Check it and make sure it's not the real Don't Give Up account, and then just block the other one. No, not nocturnal. That's just people online trolling around, being nasty, sabotaging. That's just people that don't have a second to talk about what about the abuse, but have time to create a troll account. It's called a monopoly. It's really sad. You usually would get in trouble by using the first name when you were in school. Yeah, it's just disrespectful. You call your mom your mom. You call dad. And if you call them by the first name, it's because you know that the parent knows that they don't like that, and it's disrespectful, and it's done purposefully. So why did Pickle Boy do it all the time? Well, because he chose the dad over the mom, and because he had no respect for women or children or even himself. He has no respect for himself as a content creator to even address this matter, but will allow his sister and his brother to run around and talk nastily about me and poorly about me. Maybe he'll care once the video comes out and we show that the sister was telling Lida, a 21-year-old, to suck a dick on an 8-year-old's channel. Maybe Pickle Boy will care then. Nocturnal Saints, I can't even let you know what the next thing they're going to do is, because there's been so many nasty things that have been done already. I'll let you know what's going on right now. I'm open for conversation with anyone in the monopoly, but I'm getting attacked and slandered daily by the monopoly. I don't know if Dave 25 is still in here, but he lets me know that. He says, yeah, you know, so-and-so slandered you again. And I don't know about it because I don't watch those channels, but I'm open to having a conversation about what about the abuse, but everyone's too busy slandering the channel name to protect Pickle Boy. That's exactly what's going on right now. And it's going on, it's happening in my mods too, so I wanted to take a stand for Lida C. Lida C, that's her name, and the video is called Mind Your Manners. It's a 4-minute video. Please check it out. She's letting the scapegoated daughter know that she could do better, but that she hurt her feelings by cursing at her so vulgarly and verbally abusing her when Lida is an abuse survivor. Mind you, this was all done on an 8-year-old's channel. Mind you, why is the scapegoated daughter lying about my channel? And why is the scapegoated brother attacking me on his Twitter? LMAO Roasted Studios is a reject caseworker with nobody worth a plastic badge on her side. I'm seriously laughing at her. You know what? Keep laughing because you abuse children and you're a child abuser. And you did drugs online and abused your whole audience. And you had over 100,000 subscribers last year. Over 100,000 subscribers. And at 62 and 63, 64, he was laughing at the audience, saying, I'm going to get more by tomorrow. It doesn't matter that I'm abusing everybody online. It doesn't matter that he was abusing children or threatening people's lives. So laugh it up. You're a child abuser. You're a known child abuser. And you're a known elder abuser as well. And well, no wonder he's not talking about what about the abuse. He's the reason that there is some abuse in there. Right? He's the reason. He's part of the reason there's abuse. So no wonder he's not talking about it. He doesn't want you guys to care. He would rather you guys fall into a trap of just blindly attacking somebody without ever getting to the solution that you don't film abuse for profit and normalize it and send it on its way up to the next person to laugh at it or to watch it out of shock and think, well, that's okay. I'm click like or dislike, or I'm going to give that person money, or I gave them the view. They can't have that conversation, can they? Where's the scapegoated brother and sister and Pickle Boy? Let's have a debate. Get one of them on a stream and debate with me. And they could say why all this abuse for profit and saying it's entertainment is so great. And they could use all their medical research and resources. And I'll back up all my theories and ideas and opinions. They know that stupidity doesn't hold a candle to the truth. Could that be the reason they're not talking? Could that be the reason he's laughing his ass off over there, having gotten away with child abuse and still having a channel at the end of the day with people that click like for him and support him? Talking about the scapegoated brother and Pickle Boy and the scapegoated daughter? Is that what's so funny? Having gotten away with being an abuser online and having abused those children, those grandkids, to include the old man. Because let's not forget, neglect is abuse. If you know abuse is happening, if you see it, if you hear it, and you don't do anything to step in for that child that you know can't stick up for themselves, then you are a child abuser. Don't believe me? Look it up. Because that's the truth. That's how it goes. You can have people actively abusing or inactively by not doing anything for them to get them out of the abuse or away from the abuse. Patty says she lies a lot. I think she thinks it's a problem. It is a big problem. It's going to be a big problem for her, because what's going to happen if the channel gets bigger and bigger and everyone sees they're lying? Just the fact that she's lying alone, you see they're backpedaling abuse. Backpedaling real abuse. Yeah, absolutely. Nocturnal says, why does an 8-year-old have a channel? It's beyond me. Oh, that's half of YouTube is children on here. And so, yeah, it was disappointing to see her talking like that on a child's account. And you guys could check it out. Lida C, Mind Your Manners. That's her video. So please support her. She also did another video called #WhatAboutTheAbuse. And if you guys just do a general search with the hashtag, there's other people that have done videos about What About the Abuse. Can you drop the one that other girl did recently? Well, Rose Quartz, but there's also another girl that did one, and the title's #WhatAboutTheAbuse. She's got glasses on. I can't think of her channel name right now, but we should be supporting these people and checking out their channel and looking at their perspective, because these look like children that are coming out of the woodwork with a perspective saying, wait a second, I supported the old man for the past 2 years. I didn't know about any abuse. What are you talking about, abuse? And then they come over, people like Rose Quartz, and see these videos, and they're very disappointed. Could that be the reason that Pickle Boy doesn't want this channel up and they're all attacking it? Could that be the reason? Because they don't want people like that making a decisive decision that abuse is wrong and it's really harmful and hurtful and you don't profit off of it, which everybody should think that. I don't see the scapegoated brother saying that statement, which we should all believe that statement, should we not? Let me know in the chat here. Should we all believe that statement? Abuse is wrong, it's harmful, you don't film or profit off of it, and that's just it. You don't do that. It's the same with domestic violence. It's wrong. I don't see them backing up how they made their money by saying it's right. I just see them attacking. So when you guys watch them and you see them attacking people in the Monopoly or causing fake drama, you know that they all know about this channel. And they're all waiting just to attack it in full, which they kind of already are. By lying, slandering, saying mean things on their Twitter, running around lying like the scapegoated daughter. They already are attacking it. So just know that the message might get out. It already is getting out. But I will be dragged through the mud right along with them. Whoever delivers the message will be dragged right along in the mud with them, because it's like people drowning in quicksand. They're trying to grab onto somebody when it's their own, mess that got them in that place in the first place. So that's why I never came out with who I am. I'm like, well, they're going to use it against me in some manner. They're going to say, oh, well, look at this, look at this. So what have they done? I saw a quote the other day. It said, when you build in silence, nobody knows what to attack. So that's why you hear so many different things about me. I've heard everything. I've heard every negative thing you can think of. Just think about just a big rumor mill going on with a bunch of ignorant people. What kind of things are they going to say? Well, they're going to go against everything I stand for. So anything I stand for, people are running around saying I'm those things. I've heard I'm an abuser. I've heard I'm a racist. I've heard everything. I've heard everything. Stick to the channel that bothers to show you the proof. It doesn't bother lying to you, because they'll go to any extents and lengths to lie to you, whether it be faking abuse, whether it be causing a new drama, whether it be having you guys watch real abuse to cause a distraction on someone else's channel. They don't care. They don't want you talking about or caring about what about the abuse. And this whole situation with the cleanup guy and his those charges that he had, and then they were dropped, I don't trust him. I don't trust anything he says. Not saying it's not, he was deemed to be innocent, but what I'm saying is I seen him months prior pretending to make fake calls with another channel, This Life of Tyke, which is, it's a channel that's long gone now. But he was pretending him and Pickle Boy were making fake calls to protect that person from committing suicide. So I don't believe anything he says. He'll do anything. Do you remember that? He'll do anything online. What? Oh, yes. And just because charges were dropped, that doesn't prove innocence either. You guys know how our legal system works. He could have been negligent, but it still could have been dropped. Now, could he have maybe, I don't want to press this too much, but is it possible that he concocted this whole story and misused our legal system and our police forces to be able to be a distraction? Is that possible? Because how was the story used? Right after he was deemed innocent, he came over to my live stream and never said anything about what about the abuse or anything. He had a friend, this Mark person, building him up in the chat, saying, "Oh, he's such a great guy, such a great guy." And then my mods got rid of him right away. Who came in right after that, do you think? The cleanup guy, saying, "I'm innocent, I'm innocent." What about, oh yes, the Weird Reactor 2. The Weird Reactor 2, hashtag what about the abuse. They also did a reaction video. So I can't get too in depth about the monopoly and what I think, because they're just theories that I can't back up. But you have to look at how they're misusing the stories or misusing the police, really. Because the cleanup guy wants you to think because he's innocent, this whole family's innocent. No, sir, you're not innocent. You laugh about child abuse online. You perpetuate it and peddle it to children while trying to get sympathy over the child abuser that died, going a year without addressing the abuse, going a year without letting you guys know that he backs up and supports child abuse and domestic violence online for profit. That's why I don't watch him. Did he say that? Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. He admitted that he was inside while his children are outside. And also has to kind of admit that his children disappeared and he had no idea where the hell they were. That's negligence. So I don't care if charges got dropped or if you had a friend that picked up the call that pretended to watch your kids. I don't care how many lies you spew. You are negligent because when your kids are outside, you sit outside with them and you don't wait long enough for them to disappear because they could have disappeared forever. That's called negligence, cleanup guy. Mr. I'm not guilty. You're guilty as charged, bitch. I mean, really, he's a disgusting, disgusting person who knows about this abuse and stays silent about it. And when he's not staying silent about it, he actually laughs about it. He laughs about the child abuse. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. Michael Green says, this account says abuse is disgusting and inhumane. I agree. Nocturnal Saints, abuse is wrong. Hashtag what about the abuse? I agree. Lexi says majority of Pickle's audience would be gone if he owned his abuse. Money, signs for eyes. Hashtag what about the abuse? Well, that's just it. He's a smart businessman, right? So he knows that if he talks about it or addresses it, the audience will think for themselves, oh yeah, that of course that's wrong, right? What does he not want you thinking or caring about? That it's wrong. So what are they doing? Causing a distraction line and slandering about my channel every day while striking it and trying to rip it down for now the second time. I can't be any more forthright with you people. That's what's going on right now. Patty says, never say who you are. They will drag you down. Well, what they don't know, they just make up. So they're still trying to drag me down. I mean, they got a child to believe there was no abuse just because the scapegoated daughter said there wasn't, only after she told my mod to go suck a DICK. They abuse their power. They know they can abuse their power online. They do it every single freaking day. They're already dragging me down. They've had people in their monopoly saying I'm a child abuser. I tried to rip the family apart. I'm a racist. I'm this, I'm that. It's like, when are they going to make a video and show some proof and get people to care? Oh, and then address what about the abuse? Remember that? Remember this big distraction they're causing? All in an effort to not remind you guys that they believe that child abuse and domestic violence for profit is suitable and okay. Mind you, exploitation. All in an effort just to not have that conversation. I disagree with that. And because I disagree with that, Scapegoated daughter runs around lying about me. Scapegoated brother, and I quote, says, LMAO, Roasted Studios is a reject caseworker with nobody worth a plastic badge on her side. I'm a serious laughing ever. You know what, Scapegoated brother? I'm seriously laughing at you. I really am. I'm laughing that you think it's okay to abuse children. I'm laughing that you still have a channel up and you still have time to laugh about me, but not address the abused children that you abused. Or the fact that you were abused yourself. If not for the dad beating him, then the dad choosing corporal punishment for him at school. Because the dad was ignorant and didn't know the best way for his children. I'm telling you what is the best way for your child. Don't do things to hurt them. Don't abuse them. Don't neglect them. Don't yell and scream at them. Don't insult them. Don't insult their mother. If you're the mother, don't insult the father. Don't allow sibling abuse to occur. Never allow exploitation. And if somebody came in a room that I knew and there's naked people trying to have sex, that person doesn't belong in the home anymore. It's called crossing sexual boundaries, which caused sexual abuse to happen in this family with little children. It's called you have to have boundaries and respect in any family. And dysfunctional families need to end. And people need to recognize the role in the dysfunctional family, try to make a change, make things better, set up boundaries for themselves, and decide that abuse is a choice, whether it be choosing to abuse or accepting the abuse. And I'm not accepting this abuse online from this family towards my mods or my subscribers or the people that support me. I'm not accepting it. It is unacceptable. If you have time to laugh at my channel or me at the hashtag, then laugh at yourself, because that family got children abused and they didn't even recognize it. Mind you, do anything to prevent it from happening, like taking welfare checks seriously. Pickle Boy was only worried and concerned about saving his own ass, including the dad's, at the end of the day, by marching those kids up, talking about their abuse, scapegoating the brother, trying to blame the brother in totality, when it's all the abuser's fault, including the people holding the camera, not protecting the children, exploiting them. These kids have been exploited their whole lives. I don't know if you guys have seen. Rise Up says, hello, fellow abuse haters. It should be everybody. Why doesn't everybody hate it? Well, not everyone's going to hate it if they're profiting off of it. That's the biggest problem right now. That's why they're not addressing it while striking the channel, while ripping it down, while slandering me and my channel. That's why they're doing it, because they're the abusers profiting off of it, exploiting it, making money off of it. So, but they've been doing that for a very long time. So they don't want that to change now. Hey, Mark, nice to see you, honey. I don't know if I'm going to talk very much longer. Let me see what else I want to address with you guys. Yeah, the scapegoated brother and daughter attacking. Definitely, one more time, I'll plug Lida C. Lida C. Mind your manners. I'm not telling this to her. It's the name of her video. That's my mod. Her name is Lida C. Her video is Mind Your Manners. The scapegoated daughter told my mod on an 8-year-old's channel to shut her DIC sucking lips up. We know where you learned that from, your dad, because he thought that was okay to talk. It's not suitable to talk like that as a mom. And if you're being exposed for abuse, maybe you don't want to run around and verbally abuse people. Because Lida made a video about it, and I'm going to make it a video about it as well. And it just shows you how gullible an 8-year-old child could be to believe a celebrity when they just tell you, no, there's no abuse, don't believe them. And that 8-year-old child turned around and did what? Attacked me and Kissy Bug. So some people don't like to hear the truth up in here, to include scapegoated daughter, scapegoated brother. It doesn't matter if you laugh or make fun of all this. You put all your business out there on the street. I'm just commenting on it, and you're the ones laughing about it. and looking guilty by not talking about it. And what else makes them look guilty? Just attacking, right? Because I'm over here willing to have a conversation. Or don't talk to me at all. I'm over here talking to myself with my own opinions. Don't watch and support the channel. But what can't they do? They can't stop attacking. They can't stop attacking. Because either they're quiet and not addressing it, or they're attacking for no reason, which is what's going on. I'm being attacked for no reason. Thank you, Lexi. I appreciate it. Lexi says, you're a wonderful person, Roasted, and I know you empower me. I know everyone will agree. We'll always try to help. Hashtag what about the abuse? Thank you so much. That means everything. And it means everything to everybody that supports it or suffers from these things, which is innocent children. So next time you hashtag it up for yourself. Hashtag it up for someone that you know that's been hurt by abuse or exploitation or domestic violence. Hashtag it up for a child. It's here for you guys. That's what it's here for. Chastity says she only found the Green family when Charlie did drugs. So a little over a year ago. She said, did you see Scapegoater Brothers tweet about people wishing they could be part of their family? Are you kidding me? Oh, she says, are you kidding me? Please. Well, that's a very immature thing to say because that's not the conversation that's at the forefront. I don't think anyone's running in line to be a child abuser or to have profited off of it, especially when they can't back it up. They're just running from it and trying to grab onto whoever they can to make themselves look better, like Red Dead Redemption and Rockstar Games and McDonald's and Checkers Burgers and whoever they can. The guy with the face tattoos that sung the song so beautifully, you know, grabbing onto him. They stuck him on the Cleanup Guys channel. That made him look so bad. But he's probably oblivious, doesn't even know what's going on. But yeah, I mean, if the Scapegoated Brother's busy being immature, he's doing what? He's taking a step back. Why is he taking a step back for the brother? Because the brother can't take accountability for having exposed a child abuser. Mind you, they all exposed the child abuser. They can't address the fact that they love domestic violence and child abuse for profit. They can't just say it. So they have to be immature or insulting or mean or attack or say things that don't make any sense. Chastity says, your dad was abusive. I'd rather have no dad than that. Well, yeah, that is some people's perspective, you know. Maybe they wouldn't have chosen that life, or maybe they would have set up a boundary much sooner. Why was a boundary never set up in that family? Why did the dad never make a choice to go to therapy for the mom and he just divorced her and went to wet t-shirt contests with Pickle Boy and started dating and sleeping around with younger women? Why did that happen? Well, he never had to get out of his abuse role because they profited off of it. They made millions of dollars off of it, even lying and hustling the audience. So if you don't have to do that, then even if the abuse is hurting Pickle Boy or the family, including Princess getting abused up in there, you still enable the abuser. That's what they did. That's why enabling's so bad. But then they wouldn't have a show. But see, they chose abuse, so they chose money over abuse, right? They chose the money over doing something about the abuse. But, you know, as grown adults, if they want to do that, go ahead. I'm allowed to tell my audience to try to, you know, show my audience otherwise so they know better for their lives. But if they want to do that as adults, go ahead. How about this? Leave the kids out of it. Leave the children out of your, as Pickle Boy once called, your hijinks or your antics. Yeah, leave the children out of it. The children don't want to be abused. Children don't want drugs. They don't need it. Their brains are still developing. They're still trying to succeed with their lives. Stop making them miserable through abuse that you fail to recognize because you're too busy exploiting it and profiting off of it. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent again. These people never learn to respect women and children. Is that safe to say? Is it safe to say? We know this because he calls the mom by the first name. We know because he films her naked, bent over, having sex not 1, 2, but like 6 times. Is it safe to say that maybe scapegoated daughter doesn't respect children because she allowed them to get abused? And when she's not telling them that there's no abuse and to attack people that are raising awareness for what about the abuse, she's busy telling people to shut their DIC sucking lips up. And when the scapegoated brother is not busy backing up and perpetuating and causing abuse to children, he's busy laughing at Roasted Studios for trying to prevent the abuse that you pushed off on all those children. Is that why? Is that what's so funny? Or is it funny? I don't understand what's so funny. I tried to prevent those children from being abused by you, sir. Why are you laughing? Why is child abuse and exploitation and domestic violence funny to them? But you know what? That's why I don't watch them. Because you could beg for an eternity and they won't care as long as the money comes in. The message really isn't for them. It's for anyone that's listening. And that's people on the outside of the community. People outside of this monopoly-infested community. There's people that care about child abuse. And they know it, and that's why they don't want the channel up. Because they know the majority of the audience doesn't like that child abuse. They don't like the exploitation. They don't like to see babies crying and children having knives held up to them. But you know what? Just stay tuned for more videos. I got to get going. I appreciate everybody for coming in here. Connie was in here, Tara, Chastity, President Trump, Lexi, Rise Up, Mark, Patty, a lot of different people in here. Nocturnal Saint, we got Belly Flab person in here. Bridget was in here. Aaron. I think I said President Trump already. Who else? Who else am I missing? Lexi, Samantha Smith, Astro Buns, Chastity. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Connie Rose, lovely nurse. Astro Buns, say your name one more time just for fun. Tara was in here. Nocturnal Saint. Yeah, I think I got everybody. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Don't let anything get you down today, especially. I want you guys to have a really awesome day. Give back to yourself. Don't let other people anger you because that means they got control over you. Cassandra's curse, for all they knowing does no good when nobody will listen. All my love to you guys. Have a wonderful day. Mwah! Take it easy. Bye.